Okay, good morning, children. In our earlier classes, we have learnt about the polygons. What is meant by polygon? The definition of polygon. Okay, a closed figure consisting of a line segments that is called polygon, and various types of polygons also we have discussed. Concave polygon and convex polygon, and some other points also we have discussed. What is interior angles of polygon? What is some of the exterior angles of polygon? Okay, what is each interior angle of a polygon? What is each exterior angle of a polygon? These are all the things we have discussed. So, as a polygon is bounded by line segments, it may form with three line segments, it may form with four line segments, it may form with five line segments, and we have some different names also, isn't it? A polygon which is having three line segments, it is called what? Triangle. Okay, a polygon which is having four line segments, it is called what? Quadrilateral. This is a quadrilateral. As it is having four line segments, it is a quadrilateral. If it is having five line segments, and we know the name also, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, anagon, something decagon, isn't it? So now in this class we are going to discuss about this quadrilateral, kinds of quadrilaterals, kinds of quadrilaterals. Kinds of quadrilaterals. So, what is, we all know that the definition of quadrilateral, isn't it? What is the definition of quadrilateral? A polygon which is bounded by four line segments. A polygon which is bounded by four line segments, that is called quadrilateral. So, this is a quadrilateral. A, B, C, D. It is a quadrilateral, we know that. But there is some different shapes are there or not? Every quadrilateral is not be like this. See, all boys here, there are 7 boys are there. All boys are looking like similar. Similar but not exactly look like. Isn't it? Of course, everyone is having 2 eyes, 2 ears and something like that. It is. But they are similar but not congruent. You are going to learn what is the differentiation between similar and congruent in your higher classes. Congruent means exact. Similar means looking like same. But the quadrilateral also different. See, this is a four line segments now. Now here I am drawing one more quadrilateral here. This is also quadrilateral or not? It is also having four line segments. And another thing I am drawing here. So how many line segments it has? How many sides it has? Four sides. It is also quadrilateral. Another thing I am drawing. This is also quadrilateral. And another thing, this is also quadrilateral. See, as all these polygons are having four sides, all these are called quadrilaterals only. But shape is different or not? So, how we can classify the quadrilaterals? How we can give the name of the quadrilaterals in our class? Today we are going to discuss. Understood? So, all of you write. I know no need to write the definition of quadrilateral. Already it is given. Now, kinds of quadrilateral. Let us see. First, if you consider any quadrilateral, with one pair of opposite sides are parallel, one pair of opposite sides are parallel. This is the quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Okay, this is the quadrilateral A, B, C, D. See children, whenever you are marking the vertices, either you can follow the anti-clockwise or clockwise. A, B, C, D, or else A, B, C, D. But don't mark A, B, C, D like this. That is not correct method. Are you clear? You can follow either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So this is the quadrilateral. In this quadrilateral, what you observe children? In this quadrilateral, there are four sides. Leave it. In that four sides, one pair of opposite sides are parallel or not? See, do you know what is the shape of the parallel? Do you know or not? See here, this pair of opposite sides are parallel. Here one pair of opposite sides are parallel. If any quadrilateral having one pair of opposite sides are parallel, specifically one pair of opposite sides are parallel, then it is called trapezium. Then it is called trapezium. Have you got it? The definition of trapezium? If any quadrilateral, one pair of opposite sides are parallel. This is the trapezium. Are you clear? For suppose is it a trapezium or not? Is it a trapezium or not? See here, this side and this side are parallel. What are the exactly trapezium means? Don't think this is the shape. Only the thing you have to observe, one pair of opposite sides are parallel or not. Here this is the one pair of opposite sides are parallel only, na? So it is also trapezium. It is also trapezium, isn't it? So all the trapeziums are not looking like same. Trapeziums are different, but one pair of opposite sides are parallel, then it will consider as a trapezium. Then that quadrilateral is called as trapezium. Okay. And in this trapezium, these are called parallel sides. AD and BC are parallel sides. Parallel sides. Then what is AB and DC? These are what? These are called non-parallel sides. AB and DC are called as non-parallel sides. AD and BC are called as parallel sides. Okay. If in any trapezium, if the non-parallel sides are equal, then it is called an isosceles trapezium. Are you got it? Non-parallel sides, this and this, na? See here I am drawing one trapezium. This tinted exactly, not exactly. See, this is A, B, C, D. Non-parallel sides are AB and DC only, na? If this length and this length are equal, if the non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, then it is called an isosceles trapezium. Isosceles trapezium. Are you clear or not? So we have got the two types of trapeziums. One is normal trapezium and another one is an isosceles trapezium. When a trapezium becomes an isosceles trapezium, if the non-parallel sides are equal, don't bother about the parallel sides. Are you clear? When a quadrilateral becomes a trapezium, if one pair of opposite sides are parallel. If one pair of opposite sides are parallel, then that quadrilateral becomes as a trapezium. When the trapezium becomes an isosceles trapezium, if non-parallel sides are equal, then it is called an isosceles trapezium. Are you clear or not? Okay. And this is one type of quadrilateral. Now coming to next one. See now. Whereas coming to next one, second one. First suppose if both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. If both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. See, here this is the quadrilateral ABCD. In this quadrilateral ABCD, AB is parallel to DC or not? AB is parallel to DC. And moreover, in the same way, another pair AD and BC also parallel or not? AD is parallel to BC. Here what we observe? In this quadrilateral, both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. Both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. When in any quadrilateral, if both the pair of opposite sides are parallel, then it is called as parallelogram. Then it is called as parallelogram. This is the parallelogram. Okay? In any quadrilateral, if both the pair of opposite sides are parallel, then that quadrilateral is called as parallelogram. Are you clear? Are you clear or not? And in this parallelogram also some properties are there, man. In a parallelogram, some properties. We must know the properties of parallelogram. Actually, in a trapezium also some, but no need to discuss about. In your higher classes we are going to get. But parallelogram we must know that. Some specific properties are there for the parallelogram. What is that? First one is both pair of opposite sides are parallel. Both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. In which quadrilateral? Parallelogram. In a parallelogram, both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. And another thing is, second one is, opposite sides are always equal. Opposite sides are equal. What are opposite sides here? AB, DC. Always this AB length and DC length will be equal. If it is not equal, it will not become parallelogram. It will become just a trapezium then. So not equal. Let us take not equal. See this and this. If these are not equal, how this pair will be parallel? It will not parallel. If you extend like this, somewhere these will intersect now. When the external lines are intersecting, it will not consider as a parallel. Parallel means what? Do not intersect it anywhere. Then only those two line segments are, then only those two lines are called as parallel lines. If you take like this, how these parallel? So definitely both pairs will be equal. So opposite sides are equal. Where? In parallelogram. And the third one is opposite angles also equal. Opposite angles also equal. That means how much angle will be there? Here also this much angle. Okay? How much angle is here? Here also the same angle. Okay? And another thing, fourth one is, here these two angles are called adjacent angles. Angle D and angle E are called as adjacent angles. So adjacent angles are always supplementary. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Supplementary means, do you know?
180.
Very good. Sum of the angles should be 180. If the sum of any two angles is 180, then those two angles are said to be supplementary. So opposite angles should be supplementary. Are you clear or not? So here angle A plus angle D is equal, adjacent angle should be supplementary. Angle A plus angle E equals to how much? 180. Angle A plus angle D how much? 180. If angle A is 50, can you guess what is the measure of angle D?
130.
130. That's all, because sum we need to get 180. So this is 130. How? Based on this property. Are you clear? Then how these are the supplementary, do you know? In our earlier classes we learned, if any two lines are intersected by a transversal, this is the transversal. See, in 6th class or somewhere we learned these two parallel lines. No? If the two parallel lines are intersected by transversal, sum of the interior angles on the same side of transversal is 180 degrees. It is a property we have learned in our earlier classes. Based on that, these two angles are adjacent angles. These two are supplementary. Are you clear? These are the four very, very important properties of parallelogram. Are you clear or not? So what is meant by parallelogram? A quadrilateral in which both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. Then it is called parallelogram. A quadrilateral in which one pair of opposites is parallel, then it is trapezium. Both the pair of opposites is parallel, then it is parallelogram. Are you clear or not? So these are the two kinds of quadrilaterals. One thing is trapezium and another thing is parallelogram. And whereas coming to next one. So these are the properties of parallelogram, children. What are the properties of parallelogram? Both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. Opposite sides are equal. Opposite angles are equal. And adjacent angles are supplementary. Are you clear? Now, I will give you the notes after completion of this class. Now next. So first quadrilateral we have some irregular shape, no problem however it is. Okay. From that quadrilateral we got trapezium. First, one pair of opposite sides are parallel. This is called trapezium. And both the pair of opposites are parallel, then it is called parallelogram. Both the pair of opposites are called parallelogram. Now let us take one parallelogram, children, like this. Let us draw one parallelogram. Okay. In this parallelogram, A, B, C, D. In this parallelogram, A, B, C, D. These are the like this parallelogram is there, na? If you move like this, like that means I am making this AB as straight like this. When I am moving this one up to here, automatically it will also come like this, na? How? Is it clear? Now, which is the shape? You are very familiar now?
Rectangle.
Rectangle. What is the shape it is? Rectangle. So, when a parallelogram becomes rectangle, how much angle it is? 90 degrees. If one of the angle is 90 degrees, then that parallelogram is becoming a rectangle or not? So, that is where another type of quadrilateral also we got it. What it is? If one of the interior angle of a parallelogram, one of the interior angle of, or else one of the angle you can use it, no problem. If one of the angle of a parallelogram is right angle or 90 degrees, then it is called a rectangle. Then it is called rectangle. So rectangle it came from where? It came from parallelogram. If in a parallelogram one of the angle is a right angle, then that parallelogram becoming rectangle. Are you clear? Are you clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have just changed this shape and I made it one of the angle as a right angle. Now we got it a rectangle. So it is another type of quadrilateral. Are you clear? If you draw one parallelogram like this, this is the parallelogram now ABCD. Are you clear or not? In this parallelogram ABCD, AB and DC are opposite sides, I told you. AB and DC are called opposite sides. Okay. Then AB and AD are what? AB and AD are what? See, AB and DC are opposite sides. And then AB and AD are adjacent sides. Those are called adjacent sides. AB and AD. If any two sides are having a common vertex, then those two sides are called adjacent sides. So here AB and AD are called adjacent sides. Are you clear? Are you clear or not? Okay. Now in these adjacent sides, if how much length of AD is there, the same length of B also there. Up here it came to be like this. Now, can you guess what is the shape of this one? A, B, C, D?
Square.
Square? Square it will be like this.
Quadrilateral.
Just I have changed the shape like this.
Quadrilateral.
Quadrilateral, it is a quadrilateral. It is as it is having four sides, it is a quadrilateral. But it is what? Rhombus. That is called rhombus. I think you may heard about the name of the rhombus and shape, but the definition you don't know. So what is a rhombus? In a parallelogram, if the adjacent sides are equal, then it is called rhombus. This is rhombus. Are you clear? Are you clear or not? Whatever the parallelogram properties are there, all the properties will be applicable for this rhombus. But only the thing is, adjacent sides of parallelogram are equal. That means how much AB length will be there? AD length also. All sides are equal, but it is not a square. Why? Because no angle is right angle. What is the shape of the square? This is the square. Are you clear? Okay, I will tell you the square definition based on the rhombus. But do you know what is rhombus? Rhombus means if adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal. If adjacent sides of a parallelogram are equal, then it is called rhombus. If one of the angle of a parallelogram is a right angle, then it is called rectangle. If one of the angle is a right angle, then right angle in a parallelogram, then it is called rectangle. If adjacent sides are equal, then it is called rhombus. Okay. Now this is the rhombus, na? This is the rhombus, na? So in this rhombus, one of the angle is right angle. Like that it came. Then what is the shape is this?
Square.
Square. In a rhombus, if one angle is a right angle, then that quadrilateral becomes as a square. Are you clear or not? These five are the specific types of quadrilaterals. Are you clear? Okay. What is the first one? Quadrilateral. In that quadrilateral, first one pair of opposite sides are parallel, then it is called trapezium. In that both the pair of opposite sides are called parallel, then it is called parallelogram. In this parallelogram, we got two shapes. One angle is a right angle. One angle is a right angle. Then we got rectangle. This is rectangle. In a parallelogram, one of the angle is a right angle. Then it is called rectangle. In a parallelogram, adjacent sides are equal. Then it is called rhombus. All sides equal. But no angle is right angle. Rhombus. From this rhombus, this is what? Rhombus. From this rhombus, we got another quadrilateral. What is that? Square. When this square becomes, one of the angle of rhombus is right angle. One of the angle of rhombus is right angle, then it becomes square. This is the square. Are you clear? And one more thing also there. Another one is kite is there. What is that? Kite. Here all sides are. This is the rhombus, na? See children. This is rhombus. All sides are equal. But one pair, these are equal and this different. Like this it came, then it is called kite. This shape is called as kite. It is not considered as a geometrical part generally. Okay, but these are the main structure of kinds of quadrilaterals. Are you clear or not? Quadrilateral means a polygon which is having 4 line segments. In that, one pair of opposite sides are parallel, it is trapezium. Both the pair of opposite sides are parallel, it is parallelogram. If a parallelogram, one of the angle is right angle, right angle. If a parallelogram, adjacent sides are equal, rhombus. In a rhombus, one of the angle is a right angle, square. This is the way we can interlink all the types of quadrilaterals. Okay. And next, in the further classes, how to construct the quadrilaterals and what are the different parts and what are the different types of properties. These are all the things. Okay. But mostly you have to remember all the properties of parallelogram. Is it clear or not? And now the rest of other children, based on this video, you can prepare the notes. Okay.